Stewart, yeah, he plays for the Pistons because, listen, Kelly Oubre is driving in, drive. No. You're going to climb up. Kelly Oubre is quite the leaper. Isaiah Stewart is also quite the leaper. He meets him at the top and denies him.
Yeah, good elevation. Met him there. Remember, Donald Ford used to say, you don't always have to jump the highest. You got to put your fingers right in front of the rim to block dunks.
And he comes up with a clean block that went the other way. So we were talking about they're 7-4 now in games that the big three start. That's 11 games of 51 so far. Joel Embiid, rusty from the jump. Really rusty. The whole team was, really, but really rusty for Joel Embiid, who played just 2 games ago and had a 29-point triple-double. So slow out of the gates. Tremendous second half. Tremendous third quarter, really, when you look at it. But you're 3 points out of the gates, 1 of 9. I remember looking at halftime thinking, like, what is I thought it was a typo. I watched the first half, and I knew it wasn't good. And obviously the numbers. Why do you think that was for him? Why was he so slow?
You know, I think he was trying to build his way up in there. You know, his rhythm wasn't there like he said it. But a lot of times you'll get out your rhythm if you're super aggressive. But a lot of times you get tired early when you do that. So maybe he's trying to pace himself. And pace yourself, in my opinion, is never a good thing. No. If you go hard from the start, even when you get tired, you can always sub yourself out the game. But I think you get into the flow quicker.
One thing I really liked about what I saw from him in the third quarter, when he had a tremendous third quarter, is that he was that aggressive. So driving in, every time I would see him with the ball, I'm like, you're the biggest dude out there. Like, just drive him down. The one play against Jalen Duren, he probably started backing him down too early. Probably should have fronted him a little bit more. But you want to see him be aggressive because he is the biggest, baddest guy out there. But at the same time, you know, it's a careful balance you have to watch. So here is after halftime, you're going to watch. This is just this is a 3-point shot, which goes in, which he's definitely known to do. But you're going to see him a little bit more emblematic of how we see him play.
Absolutely. You know, he started to impose his will and bring the energy instead of pace himself. And that's why it worked in his favor.
Go right at him. Isaiah Stewart's got nothing on you. Yeah, he doesn't. You don't have anything for Joel Embiid if he's doing that.
Exactly. But I thought he was trying to be too cautious early on, and it kind of made him come out the gate slow. But he started to pick it up second half. But you got to start like this every game.
See, new fronts him right there, little pump fake, goes up. Yeah, he's going to be able to take those guys. And he got Jalen Duren in foul trouble, as he's done every time that they face one another.
Every single time.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. the little like back him down and then fade away. Like, you can't understand like how tough that shot is. And Joel Embiid makes it look so easy. That's what I think is maybe one of the infuriating things about his game, is that he can have like 3 points out of the gates in the first half and then all of a sudden drop 20 in the second half and make it look that easy. How does he get the complete game together? Because they got another game coming up right on Sunday.
And they got a juggernaut coming in there. Yep. So that's very important. Like, I think he learns this, you know, sometimes you're playing the game, you kind of forget, like, okay, the key to this is exert yourself to start off, not pace yourself. And I think he forgot that. But I'm quite sure when he see that bulldog on the other side of that court, he'll be like, oh, I better start off with aggression or I'm going to get ran through balls. Like, I think it's very important.
Yeah, Giannis will bring it every step of the way on Sunday. So that is something we'll talk about coming up. We're also going to talk about the debut of Quentin Grimes in his Sixers uniform. Real nice energy, real nice burst off the bench. That's certainly something we can look forward to. And Mark impressed with his defense. We'll talk about that coming up here on Sixers Postgame Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. Look at Quentin Grimes. This was his debut coming off the bench. He had 14 points. The bench total had 23. You can see 27 minutes of work, 2 for 5, 40% from 3. And I thought a really nice effort on both ends of the court. His debut is the subject of our electrifying moment, brought to you by Toyota. Mark Jackson, yes, we're going to talk about his offense and the things he can bring. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter. But you were really most impressed with your defense. First, let's talk about his offense, and then you can dive into his defense.
You know, first of all, he's a quick trigger, Amy.
Yeah.
Watch this shot. That's not much time right there. That's like 0.1 second to get that shot off. He shot that with ease. I like his ability to shoot the ball. He shoots the ball with confidence, which, you know, he is prepared for that. Because you're confident that comes from preparation. And then he had the ability to put the ball on the floor. He does similar things to Gordon when it comes to shooting, but he's a step faster. He does some things defensively. Watch this every free throw shot. He created a few shots off the dribble. But I would tell you this, like, yes, you see another one. You anticipate his 3-point shot, he keeps him off the dribble. But on the defensive end, Amy, this guy was like all over the place, challenging balls, getting through screen. This Pistons team was trying their hardest to screen him and to do things like that. He found a way to be successful in the defensive end.
I remember Tyrese talking about him. He knew him a little bit because they both grew up and went to high school in Texas. I think.
Oh, it's a Texas guy. Oh,
Texas
man.
guy. He's from Houston area, and obviously Tyrese from the Dallas area, but they certainly knew of each other when they were going at it at the high school level, and he had a lot of praise about him in that high school realm. So I think that's something. He's a 24-year-old guy. You're talking about, I mean, Eric Gordon, he's going to be a step faster than Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's 36. That's just the nature of the beast. Is Quentin Grimes going to take playing time from some of the vets?
I think he is. I believe he is. I believe he gives us something that we need. We need a guy who can shoot the ball, who can maybe create some plays. Not a lot. Create off the players off the show, but as a willing, capable defender with some athleticism on that wing.
Tyrese Maxey, he is always one to talk after wins and losses. Let's check in with him in the locker room.
And you led to the slow start tonight.
That's kind of on me and Joel. We talked about it. Once the game was over, we got to get, going faster. Get him involved, myself, P. You just got to play faster and don't ease ourselves into the game. We don't have any room for error right now, so every game matters.
You just said, obviously, you and Joel are the leaders of this team. It's like, when you look at the start that you guys had, like, how much of the responsibility of that do you kind of take on you and him?
100%. Both of us, 100%. That's on us.
What do you think the problem was? I know you said you got to get it going quicker, but why do you think you didn't?
First of all, attention to detail on the defensive end. Like, first play, I get a bucket, then I come down, let Malik Beasley hit a wide open three. Like, I raise my hands, that's on me. But then it just trickled down. It was a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Justin gave up Malik Beasley three. We gave up certain threes. Now you look up, you're down 8, you know what I'm saying, in the first 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it just kept going. It just kept pouring on point, issue after issue. We didn't put out any fires. So that's okay, though. We got to flush this one. We got a big one Sunday. And, every game, we got 31 left, I think. Every game matters. So we got to go out here and whatever we want to do, we got to go out there and do it.
Yeah, after a game like this one, like, do you just kind of flush it, or do you just kind of?
Nah, you don't flush it. You just gotta keep it on the brain. You gotta keep it on there because at the end of the day, that's a win that we needed. You know what I'm saying? They needed it, we needed it, and we gave it away today. So you gotta keep it on the brain, but you got 24 hours to kind of grieve on. And if you play at 1, I think, or 2 sometime, whatever, early, and got to go out there and try to get a W in Milwaukee.
What did you just make a Quentin in his debut?
It was great.
Super Bowl Sunday. There's a little game later that day at 6 o'clock. Of course, our coverage here starts at 3 o'clock. It's because the game right there is on national television. Giannis, Kyle Kuzma, there now, no more Chris Middleton. Giannis didn't play tonight, so he's going to be primed and ready to go for Super Bowl Sunday, Mark.
Absolutely. Giannis is going to be relaxed for the Super Bowl. He's going to play and get out all his anger and frustration.
You heard Tyrese Maxey saying you have to keep it on the brain, but then you also have to move on from it. So what can they move on from healthy-wise from this game?
You have to take what you had, the effort you had in the fourth quarter, and bring it in the first quarter of every game.
All right, we'll see if they can do that. That will be Sunday, but we will see you at 3 o'clock here because we are ready for the Super Bowl. Mark Jackson and I are ready, and that's how it is. So we have one more. Go Birds?
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Sixers, unfortunately, dropped this one to the Pistons, 125-112. For Mark Jackson, I'm Amy Fiddle. Thanks so much for joining us here on Sixers Postgame Live. Have a great Super Bowl.